Hi everyone, this is Shalu Kumar again from ONTC. I'm an experienced OSCE nurse trainer for the NMC OSCE exam in UK and also the lead trainer for OSCE nurse training Cambridge. So I'm back with one of your other adult NMC OSCE topics today for one of my videos. So if you like my videos, please press the like button now and subscribe to my channel, okay? It just gives me a lot of encouragement to keep making more videos for you. And hopefully, looking at your comments, these videos are helping you in preparing for your OSCE exam. Okay, so in today's video, we're going to be covering another professional value station, which you've been asking me for a long time because it is a bit confusing topic. So we're going to be covering today the laboratory results. Okay, so we're going to be looking at that one for our video today, and I will show you an example scenario. We will look what are the main points to consider, and then I will obviously will write our answers as full bullet points at the end of the video. Okay, so that's what we are going to do today, so keep watching. So let's talk about the professional value station. Just as a refresher again, it's your 10-minute station, and it's a written station, it's a scenario based station, and it obviously checks your knowledge of NMC code and how to apply NMC code to a given situation. Okay, how you prepare for it is to have a good understanding of the NMC code, and also to practice scenarios, and third thing is to understand the marking criteria set by the test center. So today I'm going to show you obviously the answers according to marking criteria. So okay, let's talk about this topic of laboratory results. So now this topic is a kind of name is misleading. It's not actually anything to do in real terms with laboratory results. It's more about maintaining patient privacy and confidentiality. Okay, so it's more about the data protection, okay, and the general data protection regulation. So it's not particularly anything to do with laboratory results. The same scenario could apply to a lot of other different things. It's about sharing patient information, okay, sharing patient notes, sharing patient information. That's what it's all about. Okay, that's the first thing to remember. Okay, so let's look at the scenario now. So one of your colleagues who is a registered nurse helped her neighbor last night at home and called the ambulance to admit her neighbor to your ward. Okay, so the scenario is like this nurse normally works with you, but she was not on duty last night, and her neighbors was taken ill, and she called the ambulance and she sent the patient neighbor to the hospital. Okay, paramedics took some blood samples from the patient before transfer to hospital. So she knew the paramedics has already taken some bloods when they attended the patient at home before transferring to hospital. Now your colleague is phoning you and asking you to disclose the blood results of the neighbor. Okay, so she's asking you if you can share her neighbor's blood results over the phone with her, okay, or share with her anyhow. Okay, so that's what she's asking you to do. Now obviously that's not correct, because we can't share our patient information with anyone unless they are directly looking after the patient. Okay, so it's only very much as needed. Okay, and so this is obviously a wrong request. So what are the professional, ethical and legal implications of this situation, and what actions you would take, and write them in a number of bullet points. Okay, so that's what your template is asking you to do in your exam. So then they give you blank template to write your answers, which you already know from my other videos. So we're going to look at the next slide at the main points to consider in this situation, in this scenario of laboratory results. Okay, first thing is you need to know that your colleague has professional responsibility to respect a patient right to privacy and confidentiality, because she's a registered nurse. She should be abiding by the code. Okay, so she has a clear responsibility, a professional responsibility to respect right to privacy and confidentiality. Okay, patient right to privacy and confidentiality. Second thing is you reassure your colleague that the paramedics would share any concern with the relevant healthcare professionals. Okay, so they will report the results to who they need to report to. Okay, third thing is a clear breach. If you disclose that, it's a clear breach of general data protection regulation. Okay, and if she accesses these results by any means, that would be breaching the general data protection regulation, and that could have financial penalty, and also, you know, is not acceptable behavior from a professional nurse. Next thing is, you will acknowledge your colleague's concern and will listen to your colleague with care and compassion, but clearly tell your colleague that you have a responsibility to respect the patient right to privacy and confidentiality, and you can't share these results. Okay, next one is, it's absolutely important, obviously need to keep and uphold. We know it's absolutely a must that we need to keep and uphold the standards and values set out in the code. Okay, so that's what this scenario is all about. So it's nothing to, as you can see, it's not much to do with laboratory results. It's about maintaining patient privacy and confidentiality. Okay, so how do we change now these main points into full sentences? That's on the next screen now. So let's have a look. So first one is, it is my colleague's professional responsibility to respect a patient right to privacy and confidentiality in all aspects of care, and to act with honest and integrity at all times. Why? Because we need to reflect the duty of candor. Okay, so it's really important. It doesn't matter even if it's her neighbor, she should not be requesting these blood results. Okay, second thing is, I will reassure my colleague that the paramedics would share any concerns about her neighbor welfare with relevant healthcare professionals. Okay, third thing is, I recognize that accessing patient data without need or consent is a breach of the general data protection regulation. Okay, which may end up into a financial penalty. So which may incur a financial penalty, and also poses a question to my colleague's professional suitability to work as a nurse. Okay. Next one is, I will acknowledge my colleague's concerns and feelings with care and compassion, but will explain the need to respect the patient's right to privacy and confidentiality, and her neighbor has full right to privacy and confidentiality. Okay, so that's what it is all about, this scenario. And the last one is your general point. I acknowledge the need to keep and uphold the standards and values set in the code, which is prioritizing people, practicing effectively, preserve safety, and promote professionalism and trust. Okay, so this topic actually obviously applies to all those 4 basic principles in the code. So that's what your answers should be around this topic. I hope this video makes you understand this topic a bit better now, because it can be quite confusing in the name. Okay, so that's what it is. So let's just look at the top tips. Not many. Again, it's a written station. Make sure your handwriting is clear. Second thing is, make sure you have practiced with a scenario. Now you have a scenario here on the video, so you make sure you look at the scenario and learn your answers and write them with a timer in 10 minutes. So practice with the timer. Third thing is, just know your marking criteria. Okay, so understand the topic and know your marking criteria. So those are my top tips. If you like my videos, please press the like button now and subscribe to my channel. And you can also visit us on OSCE Nurse Training .com and or email us if you have further inquiries about our OSCE training on OSCE Nurse Training at outlook.com. I will soon be back with another video for you. Bye for now.